Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start our first lesson one. In this lesson, we'll go through our learning outcome one. Learning outcome one is understand theories and principle of taxation system in the UK. So this core unit is a personal tax. Unit 5 in extended diploma, which is level 4. You're doing. So before starting our lesson, we'll just a bit reflect how much we know about personal tax. Anybody, are we paying personal tax? Yes, we are paying personal tax. How we paying? On our salaries, our wages. Yes, even we are self-employed, we paying personal tax. That related to the person is called personal tax. So our free tax limit. So these are basic knowledge. Free tax limit is a 12,500, or we call free personal allowance. In Finance Act 2019, every year the tax rates change. So we have 12,500. If you earn, the tax will be free. So today lesson will discuss about the personal tax or LO1, what theories are involved in LO1. So let's, before starting our unit, so we'll look around what we're supposed to be learned. The aim of this unit to enable individual to understand the taxation. So we need to be look around the what are the basic. You're not really going to be become the expert of the tax, because the personal tax is quite, lot of areas we need to look around, but at least you will be well aware of the how the tax system work. That's the key purpose. The unit focus on the income tax. So we'll go through how we can calculate the income tax. We'll go through NI, National Insurance Contribution, and capital gain tax. That's all will be focused. So today lesson will be focused on the basic taxation system. I'll upload the book as well, Modules Handbook, that will help you, and you can look for full in detail. But today lesson will go through the basics. Understand the theories and principle. That's the learning outcome. Then we have 3 assessment criteria under pass and 1 assessment criteria under merit. So explain the key principle of the taxation system. Explain the feature of the tax system. Explain the difference between the planning, tax avoidance, and tax avoidance. So that's we need to. And then analyze the ethical. So we'll discuss about ethical issues. What are the legally and morally correct, under. So that's we supposed to be learn today lesson. Lesson 2, then we'll go through learning outcome 2 about a national insurance. Lesson 3, capital gain tax, and we have inductive contents. We're supposed to be tax system, tax basis, tax structure, progressive, and we'll go through. So all this will be focused today lesson in under LO1. So let's go back to our lesson now. So in the UK, first is our assessment criteria, explain the tax system. So purpose of UK tax system. Purpose is, of course, any tax system purpose is to generate the revenue for the government and charge the fair tax from the individual. Those are entitled, so they can pay the tax, and the government expenses, our health system and various system within a government is run about the tax, all about the tax. So types of tax can be direct tax, that directly we charge from the individual like a VAT, or indirectly those are entitled will charge from them. So direct tax and indirect tax will go through is a VAT and tax on the wages or the wage slip. Then we have a structure. HMRC is responsible for collection of the tax. Professional code of ethics and the framework. Always when we deal with the tax, we need to be well aware of, because you as an individual to remember easily PPCIO, The popular people always chat in office. Those are people expert. Those are famous people. They are carry on chatting in office or in offices. So P stand for first 5 professional code of ethics. First is a professional behavior. Always keep your behavior professional. Second is a professionally competence and due care. And third is confidentiality. And fourth is integrity. And fifth is objectivity. So integrity means honest. So these are the 5 professional code of ethics. You always keep yourself, your behavior is a professional, not involve anything which is a disrepute. Or you can say, sorry, you're not going to like, you're doing your loved one's accounts, your family friends, and maybe they want you to work in their interest. So what you can do, you're supposed to be work whatever law to say to you. So is maybe you disrepute, and that's why you can say, sorry, you're not doing your account. And professional competencies and due care. You're supposed to be professionally competent, up to date knowledge about, because every year the tax rates change. If I don't update my knowledge and skill, I'm not. That's why the CPD is important. Confidentiality, don't disclose the information to third party. Integrity is honesty. Objectivity is not. Your objective is independent. You give the true and fair views about the tax to the people. So that's we need to look around. Okay, next now we're looking the professional and ethical framework, tax avoidance versus tax avoidance. So tax avoidance and tax avoidance. So one is legal, one is illegal, which we explain in our assessment criteria. Dealing with the HMRC, you can do by phone, by email, or by sending by writing. So that's are the 3 ways. Interaction with the UK and overseas tax, yes, we can, and the sources of the tax is HMRC guidance, statute is a law, and the case law. Okay, what is about the good tax system? So good tax system is always need to be fair. Fair, charge higher income. Absolute is mean those are entitled, those will pay the absolute tax on it. It's convenient. It's a convenient. People not make hassle. So nowadays, like if you go online, it's not, it shouldn't be complicated. There should be a teaching module so individual can pay. Why they pay fees to the accountant? Efficient. The tax system need to be efficient. If you have a refund, you can get. So like from 2017 onward, the government decided they are sending you the letter. Most of people are getting where your tax is spending. So we well aware direct and indirect tax rate structure. Is tax rate how they can change? Is a progressive? Is a proportion? Is a regressive? So these all terms will go through today lesson. Anybody any question? Okay. The government needs tax revenue and the finance expenditures such as health care. All these are the government organization. That's the public sector organization. They are not profit organization. They need, and they do through the tax. The government will use the tax to stimulate one sector of the economy and the control another. So, for example, allowances on the capital expenditures may be developed the manufacturing sector. It means their tax on, or giving concessions allowance. It means the concession, while high tax on the tobacco. Yes, of course, there is a very high tax. Like they recently government introduced the sugar tax. Alcohol maybe discourage sale. So a good tax system is a fair, reflecting a personal ability to pay and treatment. Absolute is means certain than arbitrary. Convenient is easy to pay. For example, UK tax system use pay system to collect the tax at source on the salary and the wages. Efficient with the low collection costs. Okay. Then tax can be direct tax and indirect. Direct tax are imposed directly on the person enterprise required to pay directly. tax on the personal income such as the salaries, tax on the businesses, and the tax on disposal chargeable asset. The person or the enterprise must pay the tax directly to the tax authority: income tax, capital gain tax, national insurance, and these are all the direct tax. Indirect tax are imposed on the one part of economy with the intention the tax burden will pass to another. The value added tax is an indirect tax. VAT, which we will go through as well. VAT is imposed on the final customer who buying. Almost of every of us we paying the VAT. Okay. Tax base and tax structure. So tax are the classified according to their base. So what is being taxed? Income or the profit. Income tax is the and the corporation tax. Asset is a capital gain tax. Consumption is a VAT tax. There are the three types of taxes. Progressive, the tax, these are takes increase the proportion of the income as the income rise. For example, income tax where the tax is charged 20%, then 40%, then finally 45%. Proportional, these tax at the same proportion of income as the income rise. Same proportion. As the income rise is 20%, your tax will rise 20%. That's a proportional increase in income, proportional increase in tax. Okay, so next, regressive. The tax decreasing the proportion of the income rise. For suppose your income rise is 30%, your tax, so national insurance contribution are charged at 12% and then 2%. So if your income is more than 50,000, your NI contribution will be dropped and the additional income to 2%. That's called regressive tax. Anybody any question? Please, if you have any question, carry on in chat. If you're listening this recording, you have any question, drop me email. Okay, next is explain the feature of the tax system. So income tax, income include the income tax on the computation and calculate the income tax on all sources of income. Exempt the tax not, that's why we need to be look around which income tax is chargeable or which not. Okay, so then we have 1.3 is, before that I'll explain, you will go through. Okay, so first we're discussing about tax system. So why is tax? So the purpose taxation is always provide services. We discuss principle of taxation system: neutral, yes, efficient. All we discuss HMRC base. What is the tax structure? Is the system. What is the tax base is, and tax rate is a year. So progressive we discuss, regressive we discuss, HMRC. Okay, when the tax years start, we need to be well aware of when the tax years start. Tax years start from the 1st April and will learn from the 31st. The Legislation Act of Parliament, so MP debates, update the annual financial acts. So that goes into, that's why the legislation tax rate carry on changing. Statutory instrument is called civil servant. Is the executive and detail the rules on operation and the parliament. And the case laws, yes, like the previous, and how the people or any court guidance. So tax laws, statutes, elements, all this we just explained. So we need to be look around, and where if we can find all these statement of practices, extra secretary concession, leaflets, revenues, and the custom briefs, and the manual will explain it. So next we need to be, when we charge the tax somebody, we need to find the rules of the resident or the domicile. That's quite crucial under the tax system. Taxpayer are the tax in the UK with the reference of the resident or domicile. So what is the residence? Short-term tax, particularly year and easy loss gain. General level of concept. So what is the domicile? Long-term tax, real home, country of birth and future. So we need to look around. The person is live in the UK. The person is 180 days live outside. The resident is mean if you not continues living, you went outside your residency, cancel. Even you're a national, then you can't claim the benefit with other people. So you have to come back, you have to live the 90 days and then you can claim it. So with the resident and the domicile is mean you've been born, your domicile so your main tax, even you earning income abroad, still you have to declare in your return. Okay. Domicile origin from the that can be due to father was in the British national or you lived, that you can be a domicile, that can be your main house. So resident in the UK this year, domicile in the UK, how long here? So we need to look around the income tax rule. So UK income, yes, tax. Overseas income exempt. Non-resident, if you're non-resident, UK income is tax, overseas income is no tax. If you're UK resident, you pay the tax. If you're in overseas remittance coming in the UK is exempt. So but we need to declare it. Resident plus domicile tax, yes. So you have to tax. Okay. So what is the tax planning? Tax planning is always legal ways and the government intend. And so what we can do, we can spread our incomes, or we can start the job in the middle of the year, which is allowed to do so. So we can save the tax in this year. So tax avoidance is a gray area, using the law not as a government intended. Complicated area, binding the rule, exploiting loopholes, people to save the tax, you transfer wife allowance, you move income, you show salaries into two partners, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, you make a company. So these are all the tax, and the tax planning is allowed. Tax avoidance is quite gray area. So maybe it's illegal but unethical. Yes, it's illegal. You can do it, but it's unethical. Sometimes we need to true reflection. So example of the tax avoidance: self-employed, business person, wife employed. These are example of the tax avoidance people carry on, doing. Tax avoidance, which is illegal. You're hiding things. You're not declaring. Your overstatement of the expense. Your understatement of revenue. So that's it. Illegal. That's tax avoidance. Anybody, any question? Okay. Tax planning using the law of the legislature to reduce the tax bill. Tax avoidance, abusing the law to reduce the bill, are possibly illegal or unethical. But the tax avoidance is purely breaking the law to reduce the tax bill. Okay. Next we have 1.3, which is possible familiar with the ethics and its merit criteria as well. We can explain what I already explained you. Popular people chat in offices. These are 5: professional behavior, professional competence, due care. Popular people chat in offices. Sorry, it should be I chat in. Okay, so that's the 5 professional code of ethics. Tax act in the client interest. Be open. We need to be look around. And constructive to with laws, confidentiality, tax return, and if errors, we need to be disclose it in the next tax return. So that's we need to look around and we need to be well aware of. Anybody, any question, please? Okay, next now we can look around. This is look around the ethical guidance. So what we need to do, the ethical guidance of client confidentiality is very important. You're not supposed to be but those people are in the public service, such as Donald Trump and various. They declare the document. That's the electoral role. The requirement they have to do. So that's we need to. Okay, top of to for the developing understanding about tax and the tax system, what I did, I copied the link for you, and please use this. So what you can do, I already, so I can, you copy this, and this is the whole is being explained. Tax system, what is the confidentiality, money laundering, yes, people is a money laundering, tax avoidance, tax planning is illegal, tax avoidance is unethical, and tax evasion is illegal. Yes, so that's omission things and tax return, and of course we're not doing capital gain at the moment, but we'll go through what is the NI. So these all we supposed to be learn in this unit. So please, this will be, the link is within the slide. The given doesn't matter which tax year we are using at the moment, because we don't need to be we're not doing numericals bit at the moment, but at least theoretical bits we should be well aware of. Okay, so what I'm going to do, uh, I'm going to show you, I'm going to upload some revision cards for you, so you can look around, which I'll show you and we'll upload. So I'll upload these revision card for you. Those will help you. I'll upload the book. Sorry, it's my, okay. So that will be, so this is the revision card for 2019 Finance Act. So if you want to look around, we're doing today the personal tax elements. So this is all about, please ignore the marking scheme. You don't have an exam. So at least that give you resident, how long will be living, what is meant by domicile, principle of income tax, taxes, which things can be taxed, which can be exempt, yes, how we can structure even is good to be, yes. So the employment income, these are all they come under the personal tax. So we're not doing all, but we'll carry on. If you want to be, if you're interested to be develop your knowledge, so please look around. These cards will help you as well. Okay, thanks for listening, and I'll speak you also today lesson. We learn about what are the theories, or what is meant by tax, and the personal tax, direct, indirect tax, progressive, regressive tax, and the proportional tax. And we discuss about our LO1 learning outcome 1. And please, if you have any question, you can drop me email on my email address, anjam@university.co.uk. And I hope speak you all during our next lesson. Thanks for listening, and thanks for attending. Thank you. Bye bye.